So when you look at the history of money players in NHL, this guy's name comes up because he was just that good. Now, when Bill Ranford first came in the NHL for the Boston Bruins, we knew he was going to make an impact, but the various machinations of him shifting teams and playing for Team Canada and having such great success for several squads made him a skater that everyone enjoyed watching, enjoyed cheering on, and basically was a Team Canada hero, despite the fact he was a Stanley Cup hero. The most, he really represented Team Canada with distinction. Now, William Edward Ranford, born in Brandon, Manitoba, December 14th, 1966, 5'11", 185. Now that he's retired from hockey, he's mostly been a goalie coach, again, for the LA Kings. Now, he was eventually selected in the third round of the 85 NHL entry draft, 52nd overall, by the Bruins because of his great play with the new Westminster squad in junior. Now, over the course of 15 seasons, he played not only for Boston twice, the Edmonton Oilers twice, the Washington Capitals, Tampa Bay Lightning, and Detroit Red Wings. He won 2 Stanley Cups, a Canada Cup, and the 1994 Men's Ice Hockey World Championship while playing again for Canada. He's the only goalie in the history of hockey to be awarded the Connie Smythe for the Stanley Cup Playoffs MVP, Canada Cup, World Cup MVP, and Men's Ice Hockey Championship MVP. Now, again, like I said, Ranford was born in Brandon and grew up in Westminster. He graduated from their secondary school in 85. As a child, he learned to skate by taking up figure skating lessons before deciding eventually to go into goaltending. Because his father was in the armed forces, Ranford lived in Germany for a few years, as well as various locations across Canada. He played for local teams in Portage la Prairie, Manitoba, PEI, and Red Deer, Alberta, all great regions for hockey, of course. Now, he spent his junior career with the New Westminster Bruins, playing 2 seasons with the squad before being drafted by Boston in the third round, 52nd overall, again in the 85 NHL entry draft. Now, his stats with New Westminster was tremendous. Over 3 seasons, he in a very, very competitive WHL, he won 46 games. Although he only had a winning record in 1 season, he was a money player again in a very, very strong league. Now, Boston saw something in him that he could take a lot of pucks, and Boston had a very open style. Now, when he took him in 85, he played 1 more year in New Westminster before getting his first games with Boston in 86, where he went 3-1, and he also started for Boston in the playoff that year where Montreal eventually won the cup by knocking off Boston in the first round. Now, he had seasoning in Moncton with the Golden Flames in 87 before getting a regular turn in the 87 campaign with a 16-20-2 record with 3 shutouts and a 3.3 average. Now, 88 was very weird, ladies and gentlemen. He was sent down to the Maine Mariners for 51 games and eventually traded by Boston. Now, with the Golden Flames, again, he went 3-0. Now, when Butch Goring was replaced by Terry O'Reilly, for some reason, Ranford fell out of favor and eventually was dealt on March 8, 88 from the Bruins with Jeff Courtnall for the Edmonton Oilers in exchange for Andy Moog. Now, prior to the trade, he spent, again, most of the 88 season with the Maine Mariners, but that would be the last time he would play at the minor league level. Now, Ranford won his first Stanley Cup in 88 as a backup to Grant Fuhr. Now, in 90, and with constant comparison to the injured Fuhr, Ranford emerged as a first-rate goaltender, leading the Oilers to the Stanley Cup and winning the Connie Smythe in the process. It was the last cup that the Oilers dynasty would win, and Ranford then went on to play the next 6 seasons in Edmonton before being dealt back to the Bruins on January 11, 96 for Mariusz Czerkowski, Sean Brown, and the first-round draft pick, which ended up in 96 being Matthew Descoteaux. After fewer than 2 seasons with Boston, Ranford was dealt again to the Capitals on March 1st, 97, with Adam Oates and Rick Tocchet for Jason Allison, Anson Carter, Jim Carey, a conditional draft pick in the 98 entry draft, and a third-round pick in the 97 entry draft. Now, Ranford was initially the starting goalie for Washington, but was injured in the opening game of the 98 season and missed a big part of the campaign. When he returned, Olaf Kolzig had taken over the starting role. The Capitals did advance to the Stanley Cup Finals that year, which was Ranford's third trip to the finals, though Kolzig played every minute of the playoffs. On June 18, 1998, he was dealt to the Tampa Bay Lightning for the second round pick in the 99 entry draft and a third round pick in the 98 draft. Now, he began the season with Tampa Bay, but was traded to the Red Wings on March 23rd, 99 for a conditional draft pick. It was the second deal between the two teams that day. The prior trade brought Wendell Clark in the draft pick to the Red Wings and goalie Kevin Hodson in the draft pick to the Lightning. The Wendell Clark trade allowed the Ranford deal to go through. Ranford saw his final playoff action that spring, appearing in 4 games in the second round while starter Chris Osgood was injured. He went 2-2 and recorded his 4th career playoff shutout. His final year in the NHL was 2000, when he returned to Edmonton as a free agent, backing up Tammy Sello before announcing his retirement on April 24th at the young age, I think, for goaltending of 34. Now, Ranford, like I said, represented Canada on numerous occasions in his career. He was a starting goalie in the 91 Canada Cup and went undefeated, playing in all 7 of the team's games. He was named to the tournament All-Star team and won MVP. Now, he was also, he was MVP, yes. In 94, he was Canada's starting goalie at the Worlds, backstopping Canada to his first gold medal since, get this, 1961. It was a long 33 years in the wilderness, ladies and gentlemen. Now, after stopping the last Finnish shooter, Mika Nieminen, in a decisive shootout in the gold medal game, Ranford, in a memorable moment for all Team Canada fans, jumped in the air and was mobbed by his teammates. Now, he was chosen to play for Canada a third time in 96 at the World Cup of Hockey that year, but this time he was the third stringer between Curtis Joseph and Martin Brodeur. They didn't play in any games. Now, Ranford also played net for the Edmonton Oilers alumni team at the Heritage Classic in 2003, which was the first outdoor regular season game in NHL history. Now, Ranford and Grant Fuhr shared duties as he held the Habs alumni team scoreless in a 2-0 victory. Now, Ranford also acted in the 2004 movie Miracle upon retirement, performing the ionized scenes behind the mask as the goalie for Team USA Jim Craig, because he had the same stand-up style as Craig. Now, he served as the goalie coach for the WHL Vancouver Giants for 2005 and 2006, and in 2006, July 10th, he was named the goalie coach of the Kings, which he held for numerous years. Now, his name would be etched onto the Stanley Cup a third time in 2012, when the Kings won the trophy, and a fourth time in 2014. Now, he has also been a part owner of the Coquitlam Express of the BCHL, which is Tier 2 Junior. The junior team, the Red Deer Rebels, named their annual Team Rookie of the Year trophy after Ranford, labeling it the Bill Ranford Trophy. Now, final NHL totals. Never let statistics get in the way. Great goalie, but he didn't have a winning record in the NHL. 240, 279 with 76 ties, 36,000 minutes played, 15 shutouts, 3.1 average. But here's the statistics that go when he went 16-6 in 1990 to set a world record for most wins by a goalie in the NHL playoffs. 28-25 in 53 contests with 4 shutouts with a 3.07 average. Now, on the international level, Canada Cup 6-0-2, Canada Cup, Canada at the World Championships in 93, 5-1, and at the Worlds, where he finally won the title, he went 6-0, and probably one of the most important final games in Canadian, international history. Now, awards again: WHL second All-Star team 86, Stanley Cup champion 88 and 90 with Edmonton, Connie Smythe Trophy winner 1990, 91 All-Star game, 91 Canada Cup championship, 91 Canada Cup MVP, 94 world title, and 94 world MVP. 96 World Cup of Hockey silver medal for Team Canada, and 2012-2014 Stanley Cup champion as the Kings goalie coach. Now the question is, there's a possibility, is Ranford going to get in the Hall of Fame? With a losing record, I really don't know. But I only know when you look at money players, he is the Paul Henderson of goalies. Paul Henderson had a dynamite career, but when Team Canada was on the line, key games, he was there. Now, if certain goalies get in the Hall of Fame down the road and Ranford doesn't get in, there what the problem is going to be. I really believe in my heart of hearts he should be in the Hall of Fame somewhere, and I really should look at having him try to get him into Canadian Sports Hall of Fame first, because of what he meant to Edmonton, ladies and gentlemen. 10 seasons in Edmonton, 4 seasons in Boston, the key with Team Canada, Canada Cup World Championship, Connie Smythe winner. I really believe that he clicks all the boxes of me. What doesn't click with certain members of media? I don't get a chance to vote in the Hockey Hall of Fame. If I did, I'd vote for him. But he was 39 games under, ladies and gentlemen, in his career. And a 3.41 average. Like I said, just like Ranford and Mogi would give up bad goals every once in a while. But, what a great player. And you know something? I don't think they would have won a cup in 1990 without him. So you got to look at it that way. The last cup for the Oilers, the last Messier Cup in Edmonton, you can make your argument if you get the U.S. media on their side. So that's a legend of Bill Ranford. Thanks for listening. Give us a like, comment, or subscribe. Please appreciate the fact I'm doing a few more podcasts today because we don't know when the power's going to go out today, so I'm kind of rushing it a little bit. So if I seem a little bit podcasting a lot today, it's not you, it's me. Have a good day. Bye.